From the Great Northwoods to the Rock Mountain Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, police investigate a pair of deadly accidents, including in Falmouth, where a truck struck a guardrail.
Plus, people rally in favor of a bill that would block foreign governments from interfering in Maine elections.
And the first cruise ship of the season will arrive in Bar Harbor today, which is a welcome sign for some and not for others. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for tuning in this morning. We'll have those stories coming up. But first, to check with the forecast, looks like the drizzly weather will kind of continue. That's what I saw on the way in from work into work today. Just kind of drizzly. It's going to be a gray day.
Right.
You know, kind of caught in that system.
Right.
We're looking forward to some sunshine.
I know, and it seems like it'll be better this weekend. So that's for me the best part. Yeah. But here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
All right, let's get things rolling after this morning. We have a small crowd advisory that's been extended till about 8 a.m. as we head towards your Friday as wave heights along the coast continue to remain active with our area low pressure that continues to roll through this morning. Also, a few river flood warnings remaining posted until about further notice or so because of the watery recede from the recent rainfall. We've had a little bit of precipitation that's been developing after this morning. Some rain, possibly even a few snowflakes showing up on the radar this morning as well. We'll be watching for a few more rain showers again as the day progresses on, though. This is our last day of rain. We will have a little bit late for the early period tonight, but then later on things will begin to improve. We have this area low pressure right down here continuing to track from the west going toward the east. It's pulling in some moisture from the northeast going toward the south and west. A little bit of an unusual direction, no, but it happens every now and again. We'll be watching for some of that moving in today and a little bit tonight before it starts to back off by tomorrow. So here's the chances for rain today, moving from the east going toward the west, but the clouds will start to break up as we head towards tomorrow. So by about mid-morning tomorrow, we'll start seeing those clouds break up and revealing plenty of sunshine. We'll have some wind to deal with today, getting up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour at times, sustained with some gusts up to 25 miles per hour, and a few spots will slowly start to taper off a bit as we head towards your Friday. So your forecast for today, upper 40s, some scattered rain showers possible. Also a little breezy out there, north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. The hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, mostly cloudy with a few rain showers possible, temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Police say a distracted driver died after crashing into a guardrail on the Maine Turnpike in Falmouth. Maine State Police say the driver, identified as 59-year-old Thomas Bosma of Falmouth, became distracted around 6 a.m. Wednesday, drifted off the road and hit a guardrail, upending his pickup truck. The driver had to be extricated from the vehicle. Police say Bosma suffered serious injuries but was alert and communicating with first responders. However, once he was taken to Maine Medical Center, his condition rapidly deteriorated and he succumbed to his injuries. The crash remains under investigation.
An 18-year-old died after the SUV her mother was driving crashed into a recycling truck in New Sharon this week. Maine State Police say a 39-year-old woman was driving a Chevy Suburban on Farmington Falls Road around 1:20 Tuesday afternoon when she rear-ended an Archie's recycling truck while it was pulled over and picking up recyclables. Police say the woman was driving with her 3 children at the time, 18-year-old Kaylee Ladd, a toddler, and an infant. Ladd died following that crash. The mother and her other 2 children suffered minor injuries and are now expected to recover. The crash remains under investigation.
It was a very close call for a Florida woman after she became stranded in Monday's stormy weather. We've learned she had to be rescued by a game warden after her car became surrounded by floodwaters in the town of Waterford. Game warden Harry Wigman found the 76-year-old woman around 11:20 Monday night. The warden gave Karen Palmer a flotation device and then brought her back to his truck to warm up. She had become hypothermic from all the cold water entering her car. The warden also returned to her vehicle to retrieve medications and other personal items that Palmer might need.
Well, multiple people are now facing charges after police say a traffic stop led to the discovery of drugs. On Tuesday afternoon, an officer conducted a traffic stop on a car on Ohio Street in Bangor for an expired registration. Bangor police say the officer had cause to walk his canine partner around the car, and the canine alerted, indicating the presence of illegal drugs. Police say they located a substantial amount of illegal drugs and cash. 33-year-old Quentin Porter of Connecticut was arrested and charged with aggravated drug trafficking. 2 passengers in the car are also facing charges. 37-year-old Jennifer Saltzman of Bangor was arrested on outstanding warrants for failure to appear on drug trafficking charges. And 29-year-old Joseph Landry Nelson of Kenduskeag was also charged with unlawful possession of drugs.
A man from Gardner is facing numerous charges following an investigation into an alleged case of elder abuse. The Kennebec County Sheriff's Office says it began investigating reports of abuse on April 13th and have arrested 59-year-old David Deneen. The alleged victim is a 91-year-old family member. Deneen is charged with endangering the welfare of a dependent person, aggravated assault with a weapon, domestic violence assault, and criminal threatening. Deneen has already been released on $10,000 bail and has been ordered not to have contact with the victim or witnesses in the case.
Well, Mainers rallied at the State House on Wednesday, urging the Veterans and Legal Affairs Committee to pass a bill that would bring a major change to Maine's elections. The bill would also promote an anti-corruption amendment to the United States Constitution. Our Matthew Jarancic has more.
Please protect us from this type of corruption.
Supporters of LD 1610 gathered at the State House to rally and testify in favor of a bill aimed to reduce foreign government interference in Maine's elections.
These foreign entities are trying to sow confusion with their easily refuted arguments because they can't reconcile their position with this simple truth. Maine voters have the right, the responsibility to protect our elections from foreign governments who seek to disrupt our democracy.
Should this bill become law, it would prohibit foreign government entities from making any form of contribution to influence the nomination or election of a candidate or the initiation or approval of a referendum. The proposed bill currently has 80,000 signatures and has received bipartisan support from lawmakers, including Senators Nicole Grahowski and Richard Bennett.
What we're trying to do is close the loophole here in Maine to change that law. This is a real and clear and present danger.
The legislature needs to listen to the people and do our jobs and get this passed.
Caitlin LeCase, who represents the organization Protect Maine Elections, says their message is clear. Maine is not for sale to foreign governments or wealthy campaign contributors.
The time for change is now. Today we are here to ask the legislature a simple question. Will you stand with us, the Maine voters who are trying to protect our elections, or will you choose to stand with the very foreign governments that are disrupting our democracy?
In Augusta, Matthew Jarancic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, in other news now, the wording has been finalized for a referendum question voters will decide come November. It's the question that concerns replacing CMP and Versant Power with a customer-owned utility company. The Citizens Initiative is called an act to create the Pine Tree Power Company, a nonprofit customer-owned utility. Unquote. Secretary of State Shanna Bellows says the finalized word will read as follows. Do you want to create a new power company governed by an elected board to acquire and operate existing for-profit electricity transmission and distribution facilities in Maine? Secretary Bellows was directed by the Maine Supreme Judicial Court to revise the question as initially drafted following a recent challenge to the language. The Bureau of Corporations, Elections, and Commissions will be creating a citizen's guide to the 2023 election in the coming months, and all voters are encouraged to read it and educate themselves on the details of the bills.
Well, the constitutionality of the upcoming legislative special session is being challenged in court. Several legislators and a nonprofit called Respect Maine have joined the Citizen Initiative lawsuit. Respect Maine says it advocates for a responsible government, which respects both the Constitution and the people of Maine. And the suit alleges that the circumstances laid out by Governor Mills in her proclamation convening the special session do not constitute the required extraordinary occasion outlined in the Maine state constitution. They also claim the presiding officers of the legislature and Governor Mills colluded to pass a more favorable budget earlier in the year and reconvene later. In her proclamation calling for the legislative special session on March 31st, Governor Mills cited the need for legislators to attend to several matters, including, quote, the state budget, pending legislation, pending nominations of state board and commission members, and pending nominations of judicial officers by the governor requiring legislative confirmation, end quote.
A proposed bill aims to modernize the Maine state seal to better represent the people of Maine. The current Dirigo design features a seaman and a husbandman. If passed, the official descriptions of those figures would be made gender neutral. Seaman would become sailor, while husbandman would become farmer. The bill would also direct the Secretary of State to commission a redesign to depict one of said figures as a female. The bill's sponsor, House Majority Leader Maureen Terry of Gorham, said, quote, "A state's flag is supposed to be emblematic of the people of that state, their values and their culture. While no flag or image can perfectly capture the complete essence of a people, Maine's flag depicting a husbandman and a seaman is far too outdated. Updating the statute that describes the state flag with language that better represents our citizens is one way we can modernize this important symbol, making it more meaningful to more Mainers." A public hearing on the bill will be held in Augusta today.
Pretty interesting there. By the way, I looked up husbandman. I didn't know what that was. That's a farmer.
Oh.
It basically means a farmer, somebody who cultivates the soil. But if you think about it, there's a lot of women who are doing farming these days, a lot of women who are doing fishing these days.
Absolutely.
They have their own lobster boats, so maybe it is time to make a change that more reflects things the way things are today.
Absolutely.
So.
I thought they were just honoring male domestics, and I was like, nice.
No, they're just trying to be more inclusive to everyone.
Yes, very cool. Very cool. All right, the time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, Bar Harbor is prepping to welcome the first cruise ships of the season, an unwelcome sign for some residents while others celebrate the extra business.
But first, another look at that weather forecast. We can expect more rain showers today. It will be mostly cloudy tonight with lows around 41. Tomorrow, though, looks a lot better. It will be partly cloudy with a high near 57.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs. Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
What's the least sexy thing your wife has ever worn in the bedroom?
Granny panties, Steve.
Don't miss Family Feud. Weekdays at 9 on ABC7.
This week on the People's Court, did her ex steal the wedding money?
He had the full amount in his bank account.
Plus, father and stepfather clash.
I think that there's really bad blood between the two of you about who reigns supreme in her heart.
People's Court, all this week at 4 on ABC7.
Welcome back, everyone. The town of Milo has issued a boil water order for all drinking water. According to town officials, a crew working on West Main Street hit a water line. The line is repaired now, but the town has to test the drinking water 3 times before they can determine whether or not it's safe. They hope to release the boil water order within a couple of days. For any questions, you can call the Milo Water District at 943-2501. Again, it's 943-2501.
I guess it's good it wasn't a gas line, at least.
Yeah, better that. Yeah.
All right. Well, in other news, the first cruise ship of the 2023 season arrives in Bar Harbor today. It will arrive during an ongoing legal battle between the town and some residents over a proposal to limit the daily number of passengers allowed to disembark in Bar Harbor. But until that is settled, it's business as usual, and business owners are getting ready for the influx of visitors. Devin Dagnall has the story.
On Thursday, hundreds of tourists will enter the town of Bar Harbor as passengers of the town's first cruise ship of the season. Bar Harbor interim city manager Sarah Gilbert says the Norwegian cruise ship will be arriving around 10 a.m. with over 2,000 passengers on board. With that much foot traffic, a lot of local businesses will have their work cut out for them. Jetty's bartender Bethany Harris says she and her team are up for the task.
We deal with a lot of cruise ships every year, so we're pretty prepared. We have a lot of returning staff, so we're staffed up. We do have a few more people working tomorrow than a usual May day. And we have lots of lobster, blueberry pie. It's pretty much what they come in for.
But there are some town's residents who are less than enthusiastic about the guests scheduled to visit. Last November, the town passed an initiative that would limit the total amount of cruise ship passengers allowed on shore per day, but that decision is currently being held up in court. Charles Sidman is still actively working on implementing that decision.
Townspeople have made their decision. The town council has stuck its foot further into the mess, and it's just going to be horrible and expensive for certainly the property owners, maybe the cruise ships, maybe the town, but they've made this a bad situation far worse.
In Bar Harbor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
An emergency bill to raise fees paid to redemption centers has been approved by the Maine legislature and now is heading to the governor's desk. As we have reported recently, Maine redemption centers have been struggling to stay open, mostly due to the higher costs to recycle. Owners have told us that the prices for processing have gone up, while the handling fees have stayed the same since 2019. Under the proposal, the handling fee would increase from 4.5 cents to 5.5 cents per container redeemed starting on May 1st. Then it will go up to 6 cents on September 1st. The bill is said to be a temporary fix to keep redemption centers in business while the legislature works on a modernization of that bottle bill. So they're making some progress there.
Good.
Also they pushed forward a bill that is going to do away with the tax on diapers in Maine.
Good.
Which will be welcome to a lot of new parents out there dealing with that.
Absolutely. Diapers are so expensive. And formula, everything is so expensive.
Yeah. They're stinky too.
Right. Yeah, I know. And that just adds to it.
In there. So
expensive and stinky.
This will make it a little better anyway.
Okay, the time now is 6:16. After the break, harness racing is back at the Bangor Raceway for its 140th year.
Plus, we'll have dash cam footage of an extremely close call for one Virginia deputy. Those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues. Wow, look at that.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
I got hurt in a car accident and I've got some questions. Could I be entitled to money for pain and suffering?
I answer car accident questions like these every day. Call the 2s. We win for you.
Call 222-2222.
May is for moms, and this Mother's Day, our local mom-owned businesses have teamed up to celebrate you with this amazing giveaway. Enter to win a luxurious spa service at Marilyn Monroe Spas.
Free laundry service from the Laundry Basket.
A delicious dessert at Happy Endings Dessert and Martini Bar. A month-long membership to Evolve Fitness.
And $100 towards any IV vitamin infusion or weight loss service at Riverlight Restorative Health. To enter, visit our Facebook pages, scan the QR code, or stop by any of our locations.
Happy Mother's Day from us to you.
Scudic & Bloom, a full-service custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit scudicandbloom.com or call 844-SCUDIC.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
A Bangor landmark is rolling past a historic milestone this year. Our David Ledford spoke with those who have experienced that history firsthand.
Hundreds of people clamoring to get into the grandstands to watch harness racing in Bangor.
Saddle up for an exciting summer because harness racing is back at the Bangor Raceway. This year, the business is celebrating 140 years of hosting the time-honored tradition. One employee says he's been there for nearly half that time. Ralph Canny, this year's presiding judge for the races, has held many roles at the track over the years. He started out grooming and training the horses in 1961 and worked his way up. Looking back on a lifetime in the business, Canny says the Raceway's legacy will be the people who work there.
Like a feeling of belonging, a feeling of importance, a place to grow, of memories, all of that. It's just a very, very exciting time in my life. 60 years of harness racing. Couldn't ask for any more.
For the first time since 2019, simulcast wagering for the Kentucky Derby will be available at the raceway starting this weekend. Some are hoping this will encourage more people to come out and experience a place that has seen many memorable moments over the years.
There's been many historic events here at the, we've had Teddy Roosevelt here at the grandstands. They've had hot air balloons. They've had concerts out on the infield. It's a great place. Mass Park's it's a great place. It's a historic part of Bangor.
Harness racing driver Heath Campbell has been coming to the raceway since 1993. With more than 5,500 lifetime wins under his belt and a team of 27 horses that he trains, Campbell spoke about what he's seen in his time at the Bangor Landmark and what keeps him coming back.
It's just in my blood. I don't know nothing else. Well, there's been a lot of changes since I've been here, and all good, you know what I mean? The casino come in, helped us a lot. We got new barns, new paddock. The track's always good. So, no, it's been nice.
The raceway will hold live races bi-weekly on Wednesdays and Sundays. Admission to the grandstand is free, but race programs are sold for $2 each. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Nice to see they're still running. There was a time when that was huge, and now we have so many different entertainment opportunities.
Right?
Not quite as many people go to those things, but some people are just huge fans. I mean, they take it serious, and
Absolutely.
it's fun. Go there on a nice night,
Yeah.
you know, have a drink and something to eat, and maybe cast a few bets or something.
Right.
And
It's in my calendar now. I've never been, so now I'm like, wow, this is totally Bangor culture. I got to go.
yeah, give it a try.
Absolutely. All right, the time now is 6:21.
Let's get a full look at that weather forecast.
All right, let's get things rolling after this morning. A small craft advisory remains posed until about 8 a.m. Friday. Wave heights continue to remain active, courtesy of gusty winds and an area low pressure that continues to develop this morning. River flood warnings remain posted until further notice or so. Water, we got a lot of it recently with the rainfall in the western parts of the state. The water will start to go away rather soon. Otherwise, though, here's the wave heights. They're around 7 feet out there, so still rather active. This is why they're maintaining small craft advisories at least through Friday morning before the winds start to relax. We've had a little bit of precipitation showing up on the radar this morning, tracking from the east going toward the west, a little bit more of an unusual direction this morning, but it happens every now and again. Some rain and possibly a few snowflakes in the northern parts of the state being noted out there this morning. But as we zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, though, here's one area low pressure out towards sea, the other area, though, kind of lingering on land. The good news is this will start to move out of here very soon, as early as tonight, and we'll start to see some sunshine as early as tomorrow. So there is good news on the way. We just need to give it a little while longer. So as for the precipitation today, tracking in from the east going toward the west, mainly just a few scattered rain showers, though. That'll continue in parts of this evening, but notice overnight tonight it starts to taper off, and the clouds break up by about mid-morning. So for the afternoon, a lot of sunshine will be expected, though. So for your Friday, grab the sunglasses. You will need those as early as mid-morning in a good part of the afternoon, and maybe a few passing clouds as we head towards early Saturday morning, again, as the weather finally looks to improve. So otherwise, though, here's the big idea here. About 1/10 of an inch of rain possible before we're all finished up between now and Friday evening. So finally, things are starting to improve in that department as we start to get the rain to back off. So we're almost done. Just a little while to go yet. And some gusty winds to deal with today as well, getting up to around 20, maybe 25 miles per hour in a few spots today, kind of coming out of the northeast, going toward the south and west. And we'll keep that going again, especially as we head towards Friday morning with a little bit more gusty winds that we'll need to deal with. But otherwise, though, our average high temperature is 62 degrees. Upper 40s on the way for us today. Upper 50s Friday, back in the 60s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Then lower 60s Tuesday and Wednesday. So at least looking pretty warm once we especially hit Saturday and beyond. So we forecast for today, upper 40, some scattered rain showers possible. North wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. For tonight, lower 40s, rain showers early, then mostly cloudy. North wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. For tomorrow, decreasing clouds, becoming partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 50s. North wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Here's a look at your extended forecast. So we finally dry out for Cinco de Mayo with a partly cloudy sky. Looking good for the weekend, partly cloudy both days. Highs in the middle to upper 60s. Mid-60s on Monday with a partly cloudy sky.
Angie's List is losing the list. From now on, it's just Angie.
So what happens to all the people that needed the list?
Oh yeah, everything still works. We just made it better. We even let you book services instantly now.
Start your home project at Angie.com.
Gas is expensive. Do you want to get up to 70 mpg? Earn a motorcycle license at Bangor Area Motorcycle School. We are affordable and conveniently located at the Bangor Mall and have experienced instructors. We can provide a bike and materials.
Bangor Floral is your perfect destination this Mother's Day. Since 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful Mother's Day gifts for almost 100 years. Featuring new colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets that have warmed hearts for generations. We also strongly support the Buy Local movement by purchasing directly from local farms and suppliers. Bangor Floral, 332 Harlow Street. Experience a flower shop like no other this Mother's Day.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
This week, the Coronation Countdown is on, and GMA invites you to a front row seat to history. Join Good Morning America for all the royal pageantry, the family, the celebrations, the fashion, and oh yes, the parties on Good Morning America.
This coffee went from last resort to first option.
Now try a McCafe iced coffee with bold new flavor. Get any size for just $1.79. Only at McDonald's.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back, everyone. In Atlanta this morning, authorities say they have caught the suspected mass shooter accused of killing one woman and injuring 4 others. The suspect had been on the run for hours after allegedly opening fire inside a medical center before his arrest late Wednesday. ABC's Justin Finch reports from Washington.
This morning, the mayor of Atlanta vowing that the now captured mass shooting suspect will face justice.
He will be charged and stand trial for his crimes.
24-year-old Dion Patterson accused of opening fire inside a medical center waiting room just before noon Wednesday.
There was a female shot. She's seriously bleeding, shot in the side and the back.
39-year-old CDC employee Amy St. Pierre killed. The CDC releasing a statement saying it saddened by St. Pierre's sudden loss. 4 other women ranging in age from 25 to 71 all rushed into emergency treatment for gunshot wounds.
He spent about maybe 2 minutes inside the building where he then exited on foot.
Police then saying its camera network tracked Patterson to a gas station, spotting him stealing a pickup truck left running.
Very shortly, we were joined by the GBI, the FBI, the Secret Service, as well as the United States Marshal Service as we sought to bring this person into custody.
A multi-agency pursuit. Law enforcement trailing Patterson outside Atlanta where he surrendered. In Washington, a Georgia senator demanding gun safety reform.
We behave as if this is normal. It is not normal.
The suspect's mother telling the Associated Press her son was a former Coast Guardsman who was suffering with mental instability from a new medication. She says the Veterans Affairs Health System denied Patterson the Ativan he wanted for his anxiety and depression. The Coast Guard confirms Patterson joined the service in 2018 and was discharged in January. The Gun Violence Archive reports Atlanta was the site of one of at least 2 U.S. mass shootings Wednesday. The archive now counts more than 190 mass shootings so far this year.
We turn now to a mystery at Churchill Downs with the Kentucky Derby this weekend. 4 horses have now died in recent days. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the latest.
The longest shot has won the Kentucky Derby.
Just 2 days before the Kentucky Derby, concern is growing after multiple horse deaths at Churchill Downs racetrack.
At the quarter pole.
In the last week, 4 horses have died. Officials say 2 of those horses, trained by Saffie Joseph Jr., collapsed for no apparent reason. One after a race on Tuesday, the other on Saturday. Saffie says blood work showed nothing out of the ordinary.
It's different to a horse getting hurt and getting injured. That's something that you could say, well, misfortune. I run almost 4,000 horses and never happened like that. So it doesn't make sense.
2 other horses, including Wild on Ice, who was entered in Saturday's race, suffered musculoskeletal injuries sustained while racing or training and had to be euthanized. Veterinarians say these deaths are cause for worry.
Am I concerned that 4 horses are dead? 100%. No, you'd be silly not to be concerned about that. It bothers me.
Churchill Downs says it's working with regulators to investigate, and while a series of events like this is highly unusual, it is completely unacceptable. We take this very seriously and acknowledge that these troubling incidents are alarming and must be addressed. Back in 2019, 42 horses died at Santa Anita Park in California. The racetrack closed for several weeks to make safety improvements, including more veterinary care, new training protocols, and better track maintenance. In this case, experts say it's not yet clear what happened since the horses died in different ways.
It's hard to make specific conclusions just because they happen close together.
Churchill Downs says the horses will receive necropsies. Results could take weeks.
A police officer in Virginia narrowly avoids getting hit by a reckless driver. Take a look at this. Intense dash cam video shows the black BMW careening across the highway at a whopping 120 miles per hour. The car skirts across the median and then ends up ramming into the officer's patrol car, narrowly missing the officer conducting a separate traffic stop. The driver of the car was a 17-year-old charged with reckless driving. 2 teen passengers were in the car at the time of the crash. No major injuries were reported. Just amazing.
So lucky.
Yeah.
So lucky. 120 miles an hour going around a curve trying to drift.
3 teenagers in a car.
Oh my God.
Turn down the music. Stop talking.
Yeah, right. Right. All right, still to come here on the second half of our show. We'll have all the latest entertainment news out of Hollywood.
Don't go away. More Good Morning Maine right after this.
Do you hate throwing away food that's gone bad? Does your pantry look like a bad disaster? What if you could keep your food as fresh as the day you bought it and vacuum seal any ingredient? Eric Thies here with my new portable, powerful PowerXL Duo NutriSealer. This incredible breakthrough in technology can savor any flavor while it seals in the freshness. What's the secret? The Duo NutriSealer will remove all the air. Once all the air is removed, the air pressure detection system is automatically activated and seals your bag tight. And it's the only patented handheld sealer that creates double seals. The Duo has a floating hinge and a built-in slicer to make bags of any size. You can even seal through liquid. Don't let its small, compact size fool you. With just one touch of a button, the Duo seals any bag, and it will stay bonded until you open it, guaranteed. The Duo NutriSealer locks in nutrients and freshness, so you can keep your food 5 times longer. Prep and freeze delicious meals, or buy wholesale and seal individual packs and save up to 60%. Our bags are BPA free, microwave safe, and will never leach.
Now put the power of the Duo NutriSealer in your hands for only 3 payments of $33.33. And it comes with a 1-year VIP guarantee protection plan. And we're also going to give you Eric's recipe book. It includes recipes for marinades in minutes for super delicious meals. And we're still not done. Order now and you'll receive an entire year's worth of bags. That's a $50 value, yours free. Call or go online and we'll also include free shipping.
There's still more. When you buy one NutriSealer, you can get one for free. Just pay separate processing and handling. Lock in the flavor and freshness for yourself and share in the savings with a friend. You can get it all. 2 PowerXL Duo NutriSealers, 2 recipe books, 2 years worth of bags, VIP protection plan, and free shipping. A $400 value, yours today for only 3 easy payments of $33.33.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, today is Thursday, May 4th, 2023. It is also National Star Wars Day.
The 1977 release of Star Wars changed Hollywood forever, and people are still enthralled with the franchise all these years later. And no one would thought it would be a success. George Lucas made the first film for a meager $9.5 million at a time when science fiction movies weren't very popular. Don't be surprised if someone says to you today, May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, 4th of May,
right.
You know.
Right.
You'll probably get tired of it by the end of the day, but it's still neat. It was a huge part of my upbringing, you know.
Absolutely.
Star Wars was huge.
Absolutely.
And still is. $9.5 million for the first one. Now they spend like over $100 million.
I know. And when did Disney,
easily.
Disney bought Star Wars, right? So that kind of has changed things.
Yeah.
And that can be a controversial thing depending on who you're talking to as well.
They're going to have a big Star Wars celebration down there at Disney today, too.
Very cool. That sounds fun.
Kind of neat. Well, on this day in history, back in 1715, a French manufacturer debuted the first folding umbrella.
Wow.
Not sure what they did before that.
Right.
Maybe hold some paper over their head or something like that.
Right. Your hair just got messed up, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good thing that they did that. In 1959, the first Grammy Awards were handed out to members of the music industry. They included Ella Fitzgerald and Frank Sinatra in that first year.
In 1961, the first group of Freedom Riders left Washington, D.C. to challenge racial segregation on the interstate bus system. In 1970, 4 students were killed and 9 others were wounded when National Guardsmen opened fire on war protesters at Kent State University.
A very dark day in our nation's history. Today's birthdays, on a nicer note, include country singer Randy Travis, who is 64 years old. Comedian Anna Gasteyer from Saturday Night Live is 56. Sports reporter Erin Andrews, who grew up here in, not here, but in Lewiston, Maine, is 45 today. Yeah, she works for ESPN.
Cool.
Made it big. Maine girl makes it big.
Awesome.
And singer Lance Bass from NSYNC is 44 years old today. So quite the menagerie of birthdays today.
All contemporary to yesterday. We had James Brown and Bing Crosby. So I had to practice saying posthumous.
Posthumously, yeah. Right.
I'm not good at that word.
Hey, did you have a nice birthday, by the way? This is the first time we've been back since you headed out on your big birthday palooza.
Thank you.
So.
My friends and family are extremely generous, and I'm feeling so fortunate that I just have an afterglow of feeling so fortunate. So
very nice. And now she has her final test this morning up at UMaine. And
final test of my bachelor's at 8 a.m. So I'm not going to be able to make it to the second and third show. Thank you for holding down the fort.
Go get some breakfast or something.
I'm
go up there and
nervous.
do your thing.
Yeah, it's a fairly easy class. Yeah. We actually had my professor on the show to talk about green drinks, and that was a pure coincidence. Yeah. Professor McLaughlin, as I would refer to him professionally. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully, good luck with that. And then graduation coming up this weekend.
On Saturday, it's been a busy couple of weeks.
You've had a busy, I was going to say busy week.
I'm burnt out from party.
Yeah. Well, you're at that age, you could do that as much as you want.
A bit.
So.
I'm ready for just a week of naps.
Yeah. Well, it's good napping weather.
Yes.
We have more rainfall on the way today, and it looks like things will finally start to brighten up tomorrow. In the meantime, just enjoy the rain.
Take a nap if you can. Yeah. It's nice to fall asleep too. Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
All right, let's get things rolling after this morning. We have a small credit advisory that's been extended till about 8 a.m. as we head towards your Friday, as wave heights along the coast continue to remain active with our area low pressure that continues to roll through this morning. Also, a few river flood warnings remaining posted until about further notice or so because of the watery recede from the recent rainfall. We've had a little bit of precipitation that's been developing after this morning. Some rain, possibly even a few snowflakes showing up on the radar this morning as well. We'll be watching for a few more rain showers again as the day progresses on, though. This is our last day of rain. We will have a little bit late for the early period tonight, but then later on things will begin to improve. We have this area low pressure right down here continuing to track from the west going toward the east. It's pulling in some moisture from the northeast going toward the south and west. A little bit of an unusual direction, no, but it happens every now and again. We'll be watching for some of that moving in today and a little bit tonight before it starts to back off by tomorrow. So here's the chances for rain today, moving from the east going toward the west, but the clouds will start to break up as we head towards tomorrow. So by about mid-morning tomorrow, we'll start seeing those clouds break up and revealing plenty of sunshine. We'll have some wind to deal with today, getting up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour at times, sustained with some gusts up to 25 miles per hour, and a few spots will slowly start to taper off a bit as we head towards your Friday. So your forecast for today, upper 40, some scattered rain showers possible. Also a little breezy out there, north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. The hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, mostly cloudy with a few rain showers possible, temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Well, Jamie Foxx shares a message leading the top stories today in Hollywood Nation.
Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
If you miss a line in the game, you reset. You missed it on the track.
A Game to Screen True Story, the 2023 Tony nominees, and day one of the writer's strike are in the Hollywood Nation. Writers Guild of America members and supporters went to the picket lines after negotiations with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers failed to reach an agreement on a new contract Monday. A fight for higher pay in streaming content is one of the key issues at the center of the talks. Late-night shows are the first affected, going dark beginning Tuesday night.
I hope you like your Broadway hot.
The nominees for the 76th Tony Awards have been announced. The musical Some Like It Hot leads the way with 13 nominations, including Best Musical. Among other nominees, stars Jessica Chastain of A Doll's House and Samuel L. Jackson of August Wilson's The Piano Lesson both earned nods. The Tony Awards will air live on CBS and stream on Paramount Plus June 11th from New York, hosted by Ariana DeBose.
The best Gran Turismo players in the world.
And in today's First Looks, a trailer for Gran Turismo, which is based on the true story of a teen whose gaming skills lead him to an actual professional racetrack. The star-packed cast includes David Harbour and Orlando Bloom. The film races into theaters August 11th. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Well, still to come here this morning, Ryan Sudol with all the day's sports news.
We'll be right back.
Big trucks rule the road. They're dangerous, and they can cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against me. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Planning to dig in your yard with power tools? Call DigSafe first. Call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig. Utility crews will come out and mark where your gas, power, and cable lines are buried. Keep yourself and your neighborhood safe. It's the law.
The furniture you've been looking for is in stock and on sale at the Furniture Gallery. Spring into savings with great deals like 10% off all in-stock recliners. And refresh your home with a new sofa and love seat set. 3 choices, just $9.99. Sleep better with a new mattress from Serta, Restonic, or Nectar. Queen mattresses starting at only $2.99. The Furniture Gallery brings you better brand names, plus a bigger in-stock selection, all at the lowest prices around. Support our main family-owned business and save money at the Furniture Gallery.
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in the state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit any new truck. Our full service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
Put a little more cash in your bank. Save money with half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start up in Orono. Maine baseball wraps up their super successful regular season this weekend, and one of their regulars this season couldn't even finish last year's. Take a look.
We never pull off. It's balls to the wall always, and we want to win everything, no matter what.
Maine baseball has done quite the job of doing that. They've won every conference series this year and are on the cusp of notching the 1 seed in the America East tournament.
Our goals haven't changed from day one to win series. If we go out and win series and just do what we've set out for, then we'll be fine.
And one of the biggest parts of their run this year is one who missed out on most of last year's. Junior shortstop Jake Reynes.
Being able to embrace that again and sort of get into character and really play the game is something I missed a lot.
After missing the last month and a half of last season with a broken finger, Reynes leads the America East with 29 runs in conference play and has 30 stolen bases.
The 1 through 9 accumulation has really allowed him to play his game. Understanding that 1 through 9 we can get the job done has allowed him to kind of just play more freely.
He's tough, he's very intelligent. He's a fantastic athlete, and he has the ability to take over games, which he's finally doing.
Reynes accredits this to the angles he got to look at the game from while hurt. For one, he got a chance to be on the call for some radio broadcasts.
One of the weekends I got hurt, thought it would be fun to do sort of player's perspective from the booth. And he told me to come back next week and the week after that.
Besides honing his mic skills, Reyna says it was a good way to learn the game, even though he was the expert.
Teaching someone else something is the best way to learn, and it let me learn, just from talking out loud to him. The more perspectives that you're allowed to have, the better it is.
And for this weekend's final series against UMBC, a perspective he has is giving him an incentive to kick it up a notch. And it hits home.
The UMBC baseball team in our conference, but that's a personal one for me. My sister went there, so I got to let her know every time we play them that we got to beat up on them. So, yeah.
Okay, let's stay on the diamond and in Orono for some high school action. The Red Riots hosted Dexter on Wednesday as both teams are looking for bounce-back wins. Both teams also sitting at 1-3 heading into this game. Top 1-0 Dexter with a runner on second and one out. Ellis Spalding strikes out one batter, and then Jack Brewer on a ground out over to Adam Sherman for the out at first. Riots escape without another run. Okay, bottom 2, Orono's Andrew Bartlett with a slapper to Chase Farnsworth. Gets it to Bryce Connor for the force out at second, but Sherman scores. We are tied at 1. Top 3 now. Connor going to try and score a steal here, but Noah Schaff hurls it to Kason Bagley. Got him just in time. Finally, bottom 3, runners on second and third. Sal Wise rips one right to Connor. Great stop there to prevent the extra run, but Brewer scores to make it 2-1 Orono. They would hang on and win it 8-5. Now for some more baseball, the nightcap at Husson as MCI visits John Bapps. Bottom 1, Bapps' Caleb Robbins at the dish. He nails a base hit to left center. Aiden Dunn scores. It's 2-0 Crusaders. Same inning. It's Noah Farragher Houghton's turn. Base hit just gets over the shortstop's glove. In comes Dylan Sawyer, 4-0. To the top of the 4th, Braden Kennedy of MCI going to try and steal third. Catcher's throw is off. He's going to try and get home. Nice heads-up base running. Here comes the throw to the plate. Just out of time. It's 4-1. Bottom 4 now. It's John Bapst, John Pangburn. He rolls one through the gap. Farragher Houghton scores. Bapst adds to their lead. They would end up holding on. Crusaders win it 9-2. Okay, let's go to the hardwood where on Wednesday, Brewer High School made 2 huge announcements. 2 new head coaches for their varsity basketball programs. Starting with the boys, veteran head coach Carl Parker was hired, replacing Coach Ben Goodwin. Parker's most recent head coaching job was at Bangor from 2015 to 2018, and he has served as Old Town's JV head coach the last 3 seasons. AD Dave Utterback says Parker's very familiar with the Brewer program through his grandson, Brock Flagg, and the younger kids on the team he's coached in AAU. On the girls' side, Tana Ross gets the head coaching job, replacing Chad Labrie after 1 season. Ross was the head coach of the Witches JV team this past winter. She's also a 2007 graduate of Hamden Academy and played women's basketball at UMaine. Utterback believes she's a perfect fit as she has walked in all of her players' shoes and as she will build a connection to the girls of Brewer as a gym teacher at Brewer Community. And finally to the NBA and the Celtics. On Monday night, the Celtics lost a heartbreaker to the Sixers in Game 1 of the conference semis. Wednesday, they tried to knot things up in Game 2. Here we go. First quarter, Jason Tatum with it against the MVP Joel Embiid. Gets to the rim, count it, and 1. Celtics up 6 after 1. Second quarter, Jaylen Brown tries to get up for the slam here, but Embiid says, That's why he's the MVP right there. But later in the quarter, Marcus Smart going to get a block of his own on George Niang here. Bringing it down the floor, behind the back, Al Horford, Derek White for the corner 3. Nails it. Celtics up 9 at the half. Third quarter. This just shows how on fire the Celtics were from deep. Here's Malcolm Brogdon for 3. He was 6 of 10 on the night from range. And then on the other end, James Harden blocked by White. Grant Williams is going to bring it down and hit a 3 of his own. The Celtics win 121-87. Series tied at 1. Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Living in Maine means long
long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
May is for moms, and this Mother's Day, our local mom-owned businesses have teamed up to celebrate you with this amazing giveaway. Enter to win a luxurious spa service at Marilyn Monroe Spas.
Free laundry service from the Laundry Basket.
A delicious dessert at Happy Endings Dessert and Martini Bar. A month-long membership to Evolve Fitness.
And $100 towards any IV vitamin infusion or weight loss service at Riverlight Restorative Health. To enter, visit our Facebook pages, scan the QR code, or stop by any of our locations.
Happy Mother's Day from us to you.
What can your John Deere compact tractor do? Attachments for any job. Financing that's as easy as...
like getting a library card.
Affordable.
You're going to get this bigger tractor, and it's going to be less money.
Dependable.
Through the rain, through the snow, I'll work through it all.
Comfortable.
And I haven't any idea how we survive without it.
Experience United and build a tractor package customized for you.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we're getting to that time of year where things are starting to warm up, and the state actually sent out an important message to people. They want to remind people to think before you lock somebody in the car. Things are heating up there. What does it say? There's a whole thing. Look before you lock. That's the catch line there.
Right.
Look before you lock. Sometimes people will have somebody in the back seat, a child or something like that, and you forget they're even there when you go to work or whatever.
Yes.
And then they get locked in the car and bad things can happen.
My cousin has a very quiet baby who doesn't cry very much, and she'll be like, sometimes I'll be driving and I'll be like, oh,
you forget they're even
I
there.
have a child.
So, but it's that time of year where things are heating up, and it doesn't take long for a child or a dog or an animal or something like that.
Absolutely.
So we'll be hearing more about that as the real warm weather comes to Maine.
Yeah.
Today, though, we have to deal with a little more rain.
I know. Hey, it's not snow.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's the good thing.
Yes. Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
All right, let's get things rolling after this morning. A small craft advisory remains posted until about 8 a.m. Friday. Wave heights continue to remain active, courtesy of gusty winds and an area low pressure that continues to develop this morning. River flood warnings remain posted until further notice or so. Water, we got a lot of it recently with the rainfall in the western parts of the state. The water will start to go away rather soon. Otherwise, though, here's the wave heights. They're around 7 feet out there, so still rather active. This is why they're maintaining small craft advisories at least through Friday morning before the winds start to relax. We've had a little bit of precipitation showing up on the radar this morning, tracking from the east going toward the west, a little bit more of an unusual direction this morning, but it happens every now and again. Some rain and possibly a few snowflakes in the northern parts of the state being noted out there this morning. But as we zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, though, here's one area low pressure out towards sea, the other area, though, kind of lingering on land. The good news is this will start to move out of here very soon, as early as tonight, and we'll start to see some sunshine as early as tomorrow. So there is good news on the way. We just need to give it a little while longer. So as for the precipitation today, tracking in from the east going toward the west, mainly just a few scattered rain showers, though. That'll continue in parts of this evening, but notice overnight tonight it starts to taper off, and the clouds break up by about mid-morning. So for the afternoon, a lot of sunshine will be expected, though. So for your Friday, grab the sunglasses. You will need those as early as mid-morning in a good part of the afternoon, and maybe a few passing clouds as we head towards early Saturday morning. Again, as the weather finally looks to improve. So otherwise, though, here's the big idea here. About 1/10 of an inch of rain possible before we're all finished up between now and Friday evening. So finally, things are starting to improve in that department as we start to get the rain to back off. So we're almost done, just a little while to go yet. And some gusty winds to deal with today as well, getting up to around 20, maybe 25 miles per hour in a few spots today, kind of coming out of the northeast, going toward the south and west. And we'll keep that going again, especially as we head towards Friday morning with a little bit more gusty winds that we'll need to deal with. But otherwise, our average high temperature is 62 degrees, upper 40s on the way for us today, upper 50s Friday, back in the 60s Saturday, Sunday, into Monday, then lower 60s Tuesday and Wednesday. So at least looking pretty warm once we especially hit Saturday and beyond. So your forecast for today, upper 40, some scattered rain showers possible. North wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. For tonight, lower 40s, rain showers early, then mostly cloudy. North wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. For tomorrow, decreasing clouds, becoming partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 50s. North wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Here's a look at your extended forecast. So we finally dry out for Cinco de Mayo with a partly cloudy sky. Looking good for the weekend, partly cloudy both days. Highs in the middle to upper 60s. 60s, mid-60s on Monday with a partly cloudy sky.
In Maine, it's always truck season. And at Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, we are celebrating New Ram Truck Month by carrying the complete line of hard-charging new Ram trucks from light to heavy duty. At Thornton Brothers, you'll find the right truck for cargo space and comfort for those long trips on the road. No matter what Maine throws at you, our trucks have you covered. So come on over and test drive any of our award-winning new Ram trucks at Thornton Brothers, 125 Main Street, Lincoln.
Angie's List is losing the list. From now on, it's just Angie.
Oh, I get it. You're all Gen Z now.
Not exactly. Hi. It's because now you can compare upfront prices and book a service instantly.
Sounds easy.
Super easy. Start your home project at Angie.com.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota LO1 series is rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota LO1 Series tractor. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Sam Sutton sustained multiple fractures to all 4 extremities.
What do you need? At least 6 surgeons.
You've got one more.
I might be dying in the next 18 hours, so I'm going to ask, are you single?
I got my eye on you.
Car insurance is getting more expensive thanks to the effects of inflation. Some of the nation's biggest insurers say rising claims have negatively affected their businesses. That's because of increasing pricing for auto parts and longer repairs because of worker shortages. According to a report by the Wall Street Journal, Allstate increased their rates by more than 8% across 28 states this year, while Progressive premium rates rose 13% in 2022
Ouch.
and 4% so far this year. Severe weather also contributed to high catastrophe losses that car insurance companies had to deal with. Now companies like Allstate are facing major losses, down hundreds of millions of dollars from the same time about this time last year.
Who do you have for car insurance?
AAA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I have Cross in Bangor. They're pretty good.
Yeah, good.
Pretty good.
I like AAA too.
Yeah, nice. All right, parents' concerns over children's use of Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok is growing. In a new survey by the Harris Poll, 50% of American parents believe that social media has caused their children's health to worsen. According to a poll, 95% of today's teenagers say they use social media daily. I do. I know that for a fact. Children's psychologists say inappropriate social media use can add to existing anxiety and depression for kids. That can be because of inappropriate sharing, upsetting language, and bullying, which happens on the platform. Those same platforms and Congress are separately introducing new ways to restrict teenagers' excessive use of media.
That's something we could talk about, I think.
Absolutely.
So true. And I think we were just talking about that a few minutes ago, too.
Yeah.
Today, by the way, is also Anti-Bullying Day.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of appropriate for this, but social media is so tough on kids. We didn't have that growing up. We didn't have to deal with all that stuff. I think we're about out of time.
Yeah.
But,
it's scary, and it's not going to go away anytime soon.
Monitor the social media use. Maybe get off it altogether. I know a couple of kids that have just dropped their accounts.
Good for them.
For a good thing,
Good
too.
for them. Hey, if you missed anything, head to foxbangor.com.
Go do that test.
I know.
I'll keep broadcasting on Fox 22.
Cross your fingers for me.
We hope you have a great day. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You've probably seen those ads on TV with the out-of-state 800 number that look like information from Medicare. Some even suggest that your zip code will get you more benefits or even money back. You guessed it, those ads are misleading. So don't call that out-of-state 800 number when your help is right here at home. Do what I did and call the Senior Planning Center. They have trusted professionals all over Maine.
Call the Senior Planning Center at 223-6565. That's 223-6565.
I got hurt in a car accident and I've got some questions. Can I talk to a lawyer for free? Could a lawyer deal with the insurance company and all of the paperwork? Shouldn't I just trust the system to pay me what's fair?
I answer car accident questions like these every day. Call the Twos and let's talk about your case.
I call the Twos, and Lowry and Associates got me $450,000.
Call the Twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business